Recording. Hi. It's Happy Endings. It's that time
All
again.
right. Happy endings.
So we didn't get to mention on the show that Ray Harryhausen died.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, poor Harryhausen.
That's so sad.
Yeah, stop action god.
Jason and the Argonauts is still like one of the best adventure movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Nothing has quite captured that same feeling.
And
I'm so sad that it never has.
And it's really amazing how even, 50 years later, 40 years later? I guess it'd be, 40 years later. Actually, no, 50. It's still, the effects still kind of hold up. I mean, they're a bit janky, but you look at that and you don't think, wow, this was done a half century ago. Because when did Jason and the Argonauts come out?
Ooh, I don't know.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. And like, even then, the
1963. Jesus Christ. It's almost as old as I am. Wow.
And what's cool about those stop motion effects is that they do have like this kind of telltale shake to them, but that's kind of part of their charm. Like, do you remember the what's the name of Tim Schafer's company? Double Fine.
Double Fine. When
they had like their game jam, they showed off this game. It's like a co-op Monster Hunter type game. I forget what it was called, but the monsters were kind of modeled after Ray Harryhausen's stop motion monsters, and they moved with that shake. It's like you were running around fighting them like a video game, but the way they moved, they looked like stop motion monsters.
Yeah,
and it was so cool because it kind of captured that sense of Jason and the Argonauts.
I really wish that Netflix didn't get rid of their party watching, because I would totally get together with you guys and do a party night, watching Jason and the Argonauts. And what was the other one? He also did another one.
No, Black Sphere Void, Clash of the Titans is nowhere near the quality of Jason and all that. Clash of the Titans is actually kind of boring, I think.
It's awesome.
I watched that on Netflix and I thought it was kind of dumb.
I love Clash.
Really? Well, it's got the Kraken.
That little gold owl.
Come on, that gold owl is awesome.
That gold owl was so stupid.
Yeah, I got Don Ragnar tweeting in that the artist who released the Kraken died at 92, Ray Harryhausen.
Right, that's what we're talking about.
No,
yes.
It's not the same guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
No.
Ray Harryhausen. Yes, he was the one who did all the stop action stuff.
No, you guys are talking about Harryhausen. I'm talking about Ray Harryhausen.
No, we're talking about Ray Harryhausen.
How about Harry Rayhausen?
No. It's
you
that
guys
guy.
Are confusing. You
it's
guys
one
are totally
guy.
confusing me.
It's one guy. He did both.
No, his first name's Harry, his last name's Hausen, and people just call him Ray for fun.
Harryhausen in the Busch Gardens.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do you know what's really weird? Not that I want to change subjects, but I wanted to just throw this out there. So I have Comcast Xfinity, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually not bad. I mean, everything's kind of getting better.
I have that too.
Okay, so I have the app on my iPad, and they've expanded this app for their on-demand stuff. It's huge. There's tons of games and TV shows that you can watch on Xfinity now on the app. It's really kind of cool. So I haven't watched American Dad in a while, just being busy with work and everything, being sick. So I get on the iPad and I search American Dad, and it pops up like a couple of seasons worth of American Dad. So I'm like, perfect. I'll just go watch one after another after another. So I watch a couple episodes on my iPad. I'm having fun. And then I'm sitting down today before the show, and I said, well, I'm sitting on the couch. So I'm going to pop up, the rest of that American Dad that I didn't watch. So I go to my Xfinity On Demand on my cable box, and they have hardly any American Dad.
Really?
It makes no sense that you would offer all this stuff over your iPad app, and probably your iPhone app too, but on your actual cable box, the On Demand is not as good.
Weird.
You know what? That doesn't actually surprise me, knowing how Comcast kind of works with their services. Because they even have another on-demand service called StreamPix.
Yeah.
That's supposed to have more things, but it's like, well, why do you have two different on-demand services?
Yeah, they're kind of schizophrenic that way.
Well, StreamPix is kind of like a channel on there, I think. It's not Cinemax, it's not HBO. I can't describe it.
StreamPix it's a on-demand service.
Yeah,
like
but
you buy it for you. Yeah, you have to pay for it.
I don't see it's included in my plan. I don't know if just because of the
Really?
plan I have. Yeah,
Maybe
It's just
maybe
kinda-
that's what it is then. Maybe that's why you're seeing all those episodes because Stream Picks. Although you should still be able to see them on cable box.
That's what I was trying to say. It just seems like that everybody's trying to drive you to the streaming instead of the cable box. I figure I'll go to the cable box and I'll lighten my streaming load. Not that I stream a lot, but just in case someone, they say anything. So I always try to go cable box first. And they had like 4 episodes of Family Guy, of American Dad rather. I'm like, holy cow! So I went back to the iPad. I said, I'm just going to watch them on the iPad. It makes no sense.
Yeah, Comcast on demand stuff is always.
It's weird. I mean, it's good, but it's weird. I mean, I watch more on my damn iPad than I do on the cable box because it's clearer and I can put the headphones in and watch right in front of me on the couch. But sometimes you want to boom it through the speakers and enjoy it. And where is it? Where is it? Unbelievable.
That is kind of strange because you'd think that the cable box would be
It'd be
all
more-
inclusive, at least the
Or
all
more.
inclusive or more. Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's its primary thing.
Yeah,
The way
you
I
could-
see it, I've always just assumed that their Xfinity on demand stuff is like just for this season of shows. Like they'll show the last maybe like you said 4 episodes of American Dad, and those are probably the 4 most recent episodes.
Yeah, well,
So,
they
like,
have.
If I want to see the brand new stuff, I'll use that. But otherwise,
Yeah, well, they
I don't
have. When I did go there, the Fox had like this season, and you can't fast forward or anything. You have to sit and watch all 30 minutes with commercials, which I get. I get that. Okay, I do. I get it. And so they had a few episodes of this season, but when you went back in the past, there was nothing there. I was like, where is it all? But another funny little thing that was up on Facebook, it was the heavy metal band name generator.
I saw that.
Yeah,
you were
and,
what? Holy? No, I was.
You were, well, depending on which last name you used, you're either Holy Temple or Holy Empire.
Right. I think it was Holy. Yeah. Holy Empire.
I am Iron Angels.
What was Nick?
Nick would be Frantic Zombies.
I like that.
I like that
And,
too. I'm cool with that.
We have a Corey Wallace in the chat room right now. Corey Wallace, just so you know, you would be Blackthorn. That would be the name of your heavy metal band. It would be Blackthorn. Trying to see who else is in the chat room.
Black Sphere Void. So that would be BV.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, if you wanted to go BV, so it'd be Insane Slaves. I mean, it's all good fun, but
Have you ever done your porn names?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, we did that.
What's your porn? Because you know how to do your porn
Where's
names. Right?
that?
That's you. The first name is the name of your first pet, and your last name is the street you lived on.
Yeah, mine was. I had a female pet, so it was kind of stupid.
first-
No, I like
Pet.
it. Well, then it would be your what's your transvestite name, which would be
Gidget.
Gidget.
Yeah.
What?
Gidget Holton. Stupid.
Gidget Holton. I think that's great.
Stupid. Oh, Jason
I don't know. I
Webb.
think mine would be Tiki Benchmark.
That's good. And mine was Delilah Shell.
Yeah.
But I like Tiki Benchmark. That's a good one.
Jason Webb, you would be Forsaken Thorn for heavy metal names as we're going down our heavy metal list. AC Wraith. So if we did AW, it would be, a lot of W's. It'd be Rancid Thorn. So we have a lot of thorns. Rancid Thorn, Forsaken Thorn, Black Thorn. We got a lot
Angry
of
Zombies. Was it Angry Zombies?
Frantic.
Frantic Zombies.
Frantic zombies.
Frantic Zombies, yeah.
No one's got the zombies. I own the zombies.
The
What would be Piss Boy? Piss Boy is what Steve-O, so he'd be a guilty soldier.
there's
This
a
boy,
really
PB,
really bad joke in
Evil
that.
Fury. PB.
That's right, evil. I like Frantic Soldier better.
Yeah, I agree.
Guilty Soldier. Who is it? Somebody in the chat room wants to know if the Kraken is back, and I think that it would be only appropriate to honor Ray Harryhausen by releasing the Kraken, Goalie. Can you release the Kraken for...
Release the Kraken.
Yay. We'll
Nice.
miss you, Harryhausen.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly Brown would be Hell's Fury.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Black
Chris
Square Boy's porn name is Shotzi Hamilton.
Wow. Yeah.
I could see that being a porn name.
He puts the shot in Shotzi.
There we go. Wallace Fury says, woot, Kraken is back. Yeah, the Kraken got fixed. We
Yeah,
took
I'm
him
trying-
to be neutered.
Who else could we put names to? I'm trying to think who else is
What would Chris be?
Chris what?
Chris Salazar.
He
Black-
would be Black Temple.
Eh.
Yeah.
So, what are you watching these days other than American Dad?
I mean American Idol.
I mean,
not.
Yeah, not American
No.
Idol.
I'm just actually it's hockey playoffs right now, so it's like wall to wall to wall hockey right now for me. So that's what I've been watching. Have I watched anything else? Oh, do you know I've been watching? Did you know that Honey Boo Boo's mom got married?
Oh, good.
Yes, you did.
Wait.
Yes, you did.
You are not allowed to rant about American Idol and then talk about Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, no, you
No,
get one crappy television
No.
per week.
Happy endings. Anything goes in happy endings. So, Honey Boo Boo's mom got married. Oh, I was watching some Californication too on my iPad. I didn't see the last season, so I've been trying to watch that. That is
I've never
hilarious.
watched that. I've never seen it. Everybody says it's really good.
It's very dirty. It's very funny, and it's Tank Moody there, the David Duchovny there, who wants to be with the mother of his child and his child who's grown up now, and it just. Something happens. It's like a comedy of errors, and he just steps in the shit all the time. As soon as he's about to get her back, somebody walks in the room that he had sex with, and it just wrecks it for him.
Because he's a recovering sex addict, right?
In real life, I think, yeah.
I think that's also the what the show's about, isn't it?
No, he's a writer on the show.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's not a vocation. It's an avocation. You
Yeah.
don't
Hey.
put that down on your resume.
Recovering sex offender.
Yeah, so,
This qualifies me for the job, right?
Sure,
I
why
could
not?
be a teacher.
yeah. So I've been watching a little bit of Californication on the iPad too, and I've been watching a lot of the Call the Wild Man, Turtle Man from Kentucky.
Oh, God.
You ever seen that guy?
No.
He rescues all the turtles out of the pond,
Oh, Jesus.
and he gets the raccoons out of people's houses and stuff like that. Oh, it's awesome. Better be careful there, Ernie. There might be a raccoon there. Yeehaw! Now that's live action.
Oh, God.
It's awesome.
I actually saw on a plane ride to Orlando, we were on JetBlue, and of course we had the televisions, and I channel surf like crazy on JetBlue. And I came across a show I'd never seen before, never would have considered, but it was really interesting. And the more I've watched it now at home, the more I kind of like it, is that River Monsters, the guy who hunts down stories of fish that have either killed people or something's going on and nobody
Oh,
can figure out what's
yeah.
going on. It's really good.
I saw the preview. Yeah.
It's interesting. It's not all about dumbing yourself down. It's actually very interesting, and he's British, and he's an extreme angler, and he's very quiet, and he's almost like he has that presence of like somebody who's a spy, because he's very quiet. He's very methodical, and he goes to people one at a time and interviews them, and then tries to fish and says, okay, this is what I'm finding, or this is what I think it might be. So I start fishing for that, and I'm finding some evidence, but I'm not really quite sure. So he goes back to more people in the area. He goes to Papua New Guinea and places he's gone to the United States, gone up to Alaska, and he looks for these stories of things that are weird that happen in rivers that are fish or, animal related within the rivers, and tries to see if he can catch these river monsters. Really, really interesting, fascinating. Finding animals that have evolved in ways that they're not supposed to. Like, I was watching one where there are these little fish that are supposed to be herbivores. They eat plants, and they were introduced in a river in Papua New Guinea that had these pads of floating vegetation, and they decimated all the vegetation, and then all of a sudden they turned carnivorous and started attacking people, men in particular, and attacking their genitals underwater.
Oh.
Yes. And he's like, this sounds like it might be a such and such kind of, I forget the name of the fish, but it's not like them, and it's not what they aren't supposed to do. So he finally goes out and he catches one, and he opens up its mouth, and it literally looks like human teeth inside of the thing's mouth. And it's like, these things aren't supposed to be like this. They're not supposed to be this large, and they're certainly not supposed to be attacking flesh. They are strictly eat plants. And they are evolving into man-eaters. And it's kind of weird and cool. And it's really interesting.
Okay, goalie, question. If you can have something gnawing on your genitals, would you rather it have sharp teeth or dull teeth?
Depends how much experience it has.
He actually talks about that too. He talks about piranhas. This is actually, I guess, this fish is a relative of the piranha, cousin of it. And when the guys that had been attacked by it, and he spoke to some of them, said that it was like unbelievable pain immediately. And he's like, people that have been attacked by piranhas, they say sometimes they don't even know they've been bitten. That's because piranhas have super sharp teeth. These things have super dull teeth, and they were saying it feels like you being bit by a person. And then he opens up the mouth, and it looks like people teeth inside this animal, and it's like, fuck, that's fucked up. Oh my god,
that's creepy.
Yeah, unintended consequences of introducing non-indigenous species into an area, and it just like these. I'm never going to Papua New Guinea. Oh my god, those things scare the crap out of me.
Did you see that video that? I think it was just yesterday about like this quote unquote monster that washed up on some shore. As people sort of looking over it with the camera, it's got like these sharp teeth and it's real decomposed. Looks just freaky as hell. And apparently it's just a really decomposed killer whale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, funny. I did not hear that at all. Hey, Mrs. Lefty Brown's in the room. We were already talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. We were definitely talking about you. We figured out your heavy metal band name. Which one was it? What was it?
Hell's Fury.
Hell's Fury. Yeah, we definitely agree that is the name of your band. For certain. I've seen you mad.
And she comes in the room, we're talking about something nibbling on balls.
Right.
We're just talking about you.
So I'm watching, of course, Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Going good.
It's kind of hit a little bit of a low point where you're just seeing things start to develop again after having...
See, I feel like that was last episode. Like, the episode before was like all those, I guess, revolutions. That was sort of like the mid-season climax. And then the next episode, and now this one, it feels like it's introducing the stories that are going to take it to the end and really blow up in the end.
Yeah. I mean, I know what's going to happen, so it's hard for me to talk about it because I know exactly what's going to happen. But I won't say much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But Jon Snow. Jon Snow is going to get really interesting as an already, and Stark, the Stark boy. What's his name?
Robb Stark.
Robb Stark's story gets very, very interesting. I don't know if they're going to introduce. There's going to be one very big event that happens to Robb Stark very soon. I would imagine in the next episode, and I hope that they introduce something from the next book that ties into that. That turns everything on its head.
I always thought Game of Thrones was about people taking dumps.
No. God,
it's about who can take the biggest dump. It's like that South Park episode.
That was an awesome episode. I gotta watch that one again. The biggest turd?
Yeah.
That was great.
Kelly McMillan Kelly Brown of the Merry Gamer says it's the pacu fish. That's the one. The pacu. That's
My friend had a pacu.
Really?
Yeah, in his fish tank. And
Yeah,
it was illegal to have, but he had it.
Yeah, that's the one that was in Papua New Guinea that went nuts on people's balls.
Yeah, it's in the piranha family.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an herbivore, but not these guys. And they're gigantic. I mean, like, he picked one up and he had to hug it with both arms. It was that big. And it's supposed to be like you can hold it in one hand.
Yeah, my friend's pacu was small.
Let's see what else. Speaking of Game of Thrones, have you been following? I think it's Happy Place. It's not Happy Place. It's somebody else that does the seasons, the episodes of Game of Thrones if they were played out on Facebook.
Oh, I saw some. I didn't read it.
One of that. Is that like an ongoing thing?
Oh yes, and it's. I highly recommend you go to that after watching the episode. Because it usually takes them a couple days to get it out. So I actually wait to see the episode until I know it's up so I can go directly to it. So funny. Not this last episode, but the one before.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's the one I like.
One does not
to
simply. That's the one that got me. The one does not simply reattach a head.
Yeah.
That was the one that just got me. I was just laughing so hard. I was just giggle factory right there. Yeah, it's go back to from the very beginning to, you just look it up episode by episode.
Okay, I'm going to have to remember to do that.
Pacu on both your houses. Nice, Void. You are Mr. Pun. What else am I watching? You were the one that got me into Goalie Bar Rescue.
Oh, Spike every Sunday has like marathons of it.
Oh, wow. That is such a good show.
It is, because we've all been to bars, restaurants, whatever it is. And it's TV reality. I get it. But even if 10% of it was legit, it's very interesting.
That guy is such an ass. I don't know if I could be in the same room with him because he's got such personal tics about him. But he definitely knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but it's like that Restaurant Impossible show with Steve, not Steve, Michael.
Yeah, whatever his name is. I love. I'm really getting hooked on that show too.
They're both the same. Where they come in and they're like they make a scene about it. You know what I mean? It's like
oh my god, how can you possibly work like this?
Yeah, so it's almost like the military. He breaks them down. And then he brings them back up, and he gets a new place, and But what they've done now is because they've kind of done that shtick for so long, is they got some different shticks now where at the end the people like, no, we want to go back to the way it was, and he just walks away. He's just like, what are you gonna do? It's just like, did you see the pirate episode?
No. Yeah,
it was downtown. I want to say it was downtown DC or downtown Baltimore. These people set up a pirate bar.
That sounds kind of cool.
And it was like, yeah, we're all pirates. But I guess like the food was bad and the drink was bad. And it's like, why do you have a pirate bar in the middle of a business district? These are all like, yuppies, and they don't want to go to pirates. They want to go have a drink. So he renamed it like some corporate name, like the corporate hangout or something. And these people like freaked out and like, no, we have to go back to the pirate theme. So they, after the show was over, they put a video on YouTube of them ripping down all the signage and all the names that Bar Rescue put up, and they put back all the pirate stuff. They put all the stuff back up on the wall. And so the John Taff was like, they were failing. And they contacted me. We went in and we set them up for success. And they ripped everything down and went back to their failing ways.
Right.
Just because they felt more comfortable. And it's like, well, okay.
If you ever go into, I will do this regularly on all of those reality, business fix-it shows, Tabitha Takes Over. I'm kind of getting hooked on those. But I will go back into, after I see the reruns, into Yelp and look to see if they're still in business. Do you remember
That's a good idea.
one? Oh, yeah. It's really interesting because there's a lot more Yelp stuff right after it's done. And everybody's like, wow, I like this so much better. Wow, it's so good. Wow, it's so good. And then you see them, the slow crawl downhill and then eventually going out of business.
Not
all of them, but the one that did you ever see the one that was on the Redondo Beach Pier? That was a Irish bar called Kilkenny's. And it was run by two girls. Yeah. They kept the manager on. The manager that he said, you got to get rid of this guy. You got to get rid of this guy. Yeah, It went out of business.
She was kind of hot there, that girl.
Well,
that
she was
ran
an
it.
idiot. She should have never been in business. She just didn't have a set,
No,
She
and
didn't
she
have
should
a
have got
pair.
rid of him. Yeah, they get rid of him because he was a cancer, and and again, but you don't know how much is reality and what is real, because they could have just made him up to be the villain. You know what I mean? But I should go back and look at some of those too. Yeah, the Kilkennys, and then it was the Boardwalk or something like that.
Break wall. Yeah, I looked up Break Wall on Yelp, and it closed. It closed like half a year later. And then there's all these articles on Patch.com about how that what Bar Rescue did actually hastened their demise. And it's like the girls were in $900,000 worth of debt.
Yeah,
there was nobody that could hasten their demise.
Yeah, He tried to stop the bleeding. It looks like at least get them back profitable, start paying some of it back.
Yeah.
That's too bad, because that one looked like it was going to be good. I mean, when they leave obviously it's a TV crew, so everybody goes in to be on TV. So when the cameras leave, you wonder how they keep going. But I think
they go in to get a free makeover. Is what they do. They go in to have them come in and do a makeover. They just want the place to be made up. They just don't want to change the name. That's what's funny, how people are really attached to the name.
Yeah, if you're failing, it's like if Gamehounds was failing, it's like, okay, I understand the nostalgia behind Gamehounds, and we want to keep it going, but if we change the name to something better that was more marketable and this and that, you either stay with a failing product and failing attitudes, or you would evolve. And I think half of it is just the people, they failed for a reason.
Right.
And you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and you fail. Well, someone coming in and giving you a paint job and new tables, you're still going to fail.
Right. You're going to be busy for a little while. Like when we did the website makeover, we had a whole lot more traffic just because people were coming to see the website. But now it's like if you don't have stuff that keeps people coming back, it's not going to continue with that. It has to grow and keep adding stuff and there has to be a consistency. And I'm always surprised at how people are so attached to the name. And for example, just saying, if I were involved with, say, a podcast, and say that podcast had something really horrible done to the gaming industry, I would not even mention the name of that podcast on a future show, or even attach it, or even say, hey, I come from this podcast, because it's already so poisoned that nobody wants to touch it. And just saying that if that was the case, I would do that if I had started a new podcast. So yeah, it's when you screwed your name over so much, it's one of those prices you pay for screwing up. Is it you don't get to keep the name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see.
But yeah, that's a great show, though. I really like watching that. It's very interesting, and it is getting to be repetitive because it's the same people, the same thing, and just the people that own a bar and they go and they sit there and they drink, and people steal from them, they don't care, and just. Now they're failing, but again, it's an attitude.
Overpour alcohol. It's fascinating about the science that I didn't really realize was involved in the bar industry that guy has down. I remember that they had one where they were breaking down a mixed drink, a cocktail, and about how much more money a cocktail makes than a beer makes. And when you break down the cocktail, it has to be 1/3 sweet, 1/3 sour, 1/3 alcohol. And if you screw that up, it's like if you have too much sweet, then people don't buy as much because they sip it. If it's too bitter, it's the same thing. They just sip it. They don't drink as much. And if the sweet, they're going to get overloaded, so they don't buy as many. And if you have too much liquor, then they get too drunk too fast, and then they don't buy anymore, and it costs you money. And it's like this absolute science to pouring alcohol.
I liked how when they did the menu, and they had a few items that were highlighted, and they're like, these are your high profit items that we've highlighted. And it draws your eyes there. So people will order the nacho chips, you know what I mean? Or they'll order the tuna sandwich, whatever.
The guacamole, which that was one from the break wall, was the guacamole was the most expensive. In the original menu, they bring out the menu, and then they have these people look at it. Yeah. And it's a laser tracking system to look where their eyes go first. And their eyes on their old menu would go first to their least profitable items. And in the new menu, they actually moved everything around and then highlighted the guacamole, which was the most profitable item.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really kind of neat how they do some of that stuff there and the whole forest thing.
And little things like he put one in that was called the butt bar, which was when you have a narrow walkway, he would put this bar in the center, so you had to kind of turn to the sideways to slide through if two people were moving through. So essentially it would force people to rub up against each other and make contact, because that's the whole point of being in a bar, is to socialize. So it would force people to socialize because they had to slide by next to each other to get through this walkway.
Oh, I used to do that with chicks all the time.
I'm sure you did.
Right up. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah.
Just walk back and forth through the butt bar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rub against their bums.
And the science of DJing, that if the bar is getting too overloaded, the DJ puts on a slightly higher BPS.
Get everybody,
BPM, to get everybody onto the dance floor, to give the bar a break. And then after so many minutes, you're supposed to slow down the BPM so that they come back to the bar and buy more. They can essentially, they're the gatekeepers of a bar. And I never thought about that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's really fun seeing that show, because they used to just do bars. Now they did the DJ one, and they did they had a new one that I missed the show, and it was another. It was a comedy show. Yeah, I did see it. It was a comedy club.
Oh,
and they had the science of a comedy club. And they were saying how to, so this comedy club would bring people in and they'd sit them all in the back, and everything up front was empty. And they said, you can't do that to your comedians. As they look down, there's nobody in the front to associate with. It says you fill out front first. By the stage, you fill first and work back. He says, otherwise, everybody's just away and there's no interaction and everybody's just heckling the guy. But you put people up front because they will laugh because they're so close, and then the laughter gets contagious.
Right.
So there were different things about the comedy club that they did with that. Yeah.
And in the break wall, another one of those things that they did is that, you have a long bar, and they just had tables in front of it where people could walk by. And what he did is he put a surfboard table. So it was like a whole set of tables that were all surfboards end to end in a circular fashion. He said, because it forces people to walk in a circle. And if they walk in a circle, they're going to bump into each other and socialize. So it keeps this circular flow going. And it's like, wow, it's...
You wouldn't think of that stuff.
Yeah, it almost seems like it's anti-logical. That it's because if you want people to go places, you make it easy to get there. And in bar science, it's the opposite. If you put something in front of it, you will actually do better. If you actually impede traffic, because you're slowing people down so that they have to talk to each other. It's really fascinating.
Fun to watch. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started getting into all those restaurant and bar shows there, and I know it's reality and the whole bit, but it is, you do pick up some things in the show.
The problem
that's kind of like real cool reality, like the way it's explaining the science behind these things that you don't think about. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started to watch. You ever seen Restaurant Stakeout?
That's the one. Hate that one.
Yeah, it's all in New York, and it's the same guy, and he puts cameras in, and we actually looked it up, and it was like, yeah, most of the stuff there is all staged.
Right, and that's what it feels like. And on top of it, he doesn't actually go in and try and fix it. He just puts a bunch of cameras in, and then the whole show is just him saying, what the hell are these people doing? And it's just one interaction after another, after another, after another. It doesn't seem like it goes in to try and fix stuff. He actually just wants to gawk at people behaving badly.
Yeah,
so it makes sense that it was staged. So it's a bad show. I was about to mention that about I like all these other shows, and yet I really hate this one.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, okay, yeah, there's a girl drinking on the job, and then everybody's on their cell phones, and he's just like, oh, what's she doing? She's on her cell phone. Look at all these people here. It's just, I don't know. It didn't seem, like I said, it didn't seem to solve anything,
Yeah, but the problem with these shows, two things. One is I fucking hate all of the canned music that they have after it. Whenever anybody has that reveal moment of like, oh my god, I can't realize, and they'll have this little the symbol. It's just so annoying how bad the music is. Whoever that is, I swear to God, if I met him, I'd punch him in the neck because his music is so bad.
Do they do that real bad thing? Like before they go to commercial, they show you what's coming up, and it's like, look, this crazy thing is going to happen. Really big dramatic music. Like
everybody turn around. 1, 2, 3. Everybody turns around, and you see reaction, and then they go to commercial.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
And the other thing that makes me kind of crazy is that when you watch these shows, you kind of sort of believe that maybe you could start a bar, you could open a bar, because you're just like,
Yes,
no, I wouldn't do
yes.
that.
I'm
I
so
wouldn't do
starting
that.
a bar. I'm so going to start one.
You'd probably do okay. You'd probably but the thing is that you're watching. It's like, oh, do you remember?
I wouldn't do any of those things. I wouldn't make those mistakes.
Well, yeah, exactly. What was that Tom Cruise movie with the race car
Risky
driving?
Business?
No, race car driving.
Not
Oh.
Cocktail.
Not Cocktail. The race cars, where it was him and
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder,
Yeah.
when he's like, so what's your experience? I watch ESPN. It's amazing what you can learn on high definition television, or something like that. When everyone's like, what? That's your experience? And he turns out to be a great driver. And it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, I started a bar. Well, why did you start a bar? What experience do you have? Well, I watched a lot of Bar Rescue.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If the stuff he's teaching you is like genuinely enlightening and like teaches you how to lay out a bar, how to mix drinks, you could take that information and make.
You could, but you would have to probably like beforehand set that up. Meaning, you would have to, have someone come in and say, how do we set this place up? You couldn't just go into a place, set it up yourself, and then you if you did everything right from the beginning, you'd have a chance.
Yeah. Blackspear Void says Undercover Boss looks good. I have watched Undercover Boss, and I watched one episode, and that's all I could take.
Oh.
Yeah, and it happened to be, and it was because I kind of knew what was going on. It was the head of Frontier Airlines, and I kind of knew what had happened that they really didn't go into during the show, but I'd known what that company had done to its employees. And then at the end, it's like, I want to let you all know how important you are to me, and I'm sorry I had to hide myself, but I learned so much, and I love you so much, I'm going to give you this. And it was when he revealed, like, everyone's like, oh, you're such an awesome boss. Thank you, boss. And you looked at the numbers of what he did versus what I know he'd done prior. Essentially, he had taken away people had given up their raises, had actually taken pay cuts in the company. And it had gotten mentioned that there were pay cuts in the company because the employees wanted the company to succeed. And then at the end, he's like, I'm going to give you back your pay cuts over the next 7 years. It's like,
what?
That's right. Exactly. That's what I'm like, what? I'm going to give you back all the money you gave me over the next 7 years. What? That's not... So you don't get any raises. You're just going to get back to where you were 7 years from now.
You can get back to the baseline.
Right, exactly. And everybody's like, thank you, boss, yay! It was horrible. That was the moment I was
That's
like,
like
all right.
that's like, thank you for not fucking up.
Exactly.
You didn't succeed. You didn't do anything good. You just didn't fuck up.
No, they just put people in the place who A, couldn't do basic math, and B, staged them saying that he'd changed his ways and he now understood his company better. Yeah, no, I couldn't watch that show. That show just made me want to punch people in the head. Television.
Yep.
I just wish there was more TV that I actually liked. I say that I don't like reality, and yet I sit there and watch.
You know what you should watch that just ended its season? The Americans on FX.
Is that the
It's
one
about
where they're
the Cold War spies?
right? Really?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And it just ended its season, so you should be able to find like all 13 episodes.
I'll make you a deal. I'll watch The Americans if you watch Nurse Jackie.
Huh.
That's another one of those shows that I discovered by watching on demand while I was on Virgin
It
Airlines.
looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing
really,
about that
really
struck me as interesting.
The writing is so good. The acting is so funny. And every season you think, okay, now you've hit a point where you're going to jump the shark any minute now. Because Nurse Jackie is a nurse, and she is a drug addict. She's prescription pill, pretty much everything drug addict. If it's a pill, she will pop it. But she's a nurse, and she is a mom, and she's married. Her husband owns a bar, and she's holding down like this perfect life, and everybody admires her. But she is a hardcore fuck-up drug addict. And then last season she got sober. And I'm like, well, that's the show. And then this season has just started. I think there are 2 or 3 episodes in. And you think, okay, it's not going to be any good because she's not sober or she's not getting high now. And her marriage broke up and her kids are all fucked up and the place in the hospital now knows she's a recovering drug addict. And yet the writing is so good that it actually keeps you coming back. The episodes are more, instead of being big picture of what's happening in Jackie's life, it's more like little, single episodes, but they're still so good.
I did see the previews for that, and look, the problem is there's so many things you see like the trailer of, or you're watching TV, you see a commercial, like, oh, I have to watch that. There's like 100 of them.
Right.
There's all these these different shows that are out. It's like detective shows, or they're horror shows.
Walking Dead's a good one.
I haven't. I didn't like the first episode way back when, so I haven't followed through on that. But there's a few of them that are like almost like American Horror Story ish. That are kind of.
Oh, American Horror Story is fan-fucking-tastic.
I haven't seen the second season.
Yes,
I saw the first season.
And what's the best about it is that each season is a self-contained story. Like those things fucking end.
I need to go back and see season 2 because the wife watched it without me. And I was like, oh, man. And so I got to go back and watch it. But that first season was so messed up.
Yeah, it was.
Kelly McMillan Brown recommends you watch The L Word on Xbox. So much lesbian sex. And as someone who watched The L Word, live when it came out all the way to the very end, yes. But
and it looked a little too melodramatic.
It's not. No, it's not. Definitely not melodramatic.
Do they go from? Do they go from bush to bush in that one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a total bush garden on that one. Everybody fucks everybody. But I don't know if you like it just because it's very accurately depicts female relationships.
Oh.
So it would make you understand women better. Definitely.
So
I know you don't want to do that.
Stop.
I don't want to do. Ew. Understanding women. Gross. I'm not listening. La la la.
I don't know. If I want to understand women, I'm going to put in Backdoor Bride 5. Okay.
Yeah. I learned.
That's educational television right there.
That's what women really want.
Oh yeah.
I'll bring all your best men too.
Oh God.
She keeps saying yes, so clearly it's what she wants.
And she keeps on saying, "Oh God," so clearly she's a Christian.
Exactly.
It's like she's praying. I learned a lot about men from watching. What's the name of the Kelly? The name of the show about gay men that is essentially what created the L Word.
Isn't it Queer as something?
Queer as Folk.
That's right.
Thank you. I wanted to say Gay Like Me, but that was Dead Like Me. It wasn't Gay Like Me. But there's another one, Dead Like Me. That should have never been canceled. Such a good show.
I like that when it came out.
Oh my God, such a good show. Mandy Patinkin is so good in that. Black Spirit Void says, that said by Holy Temple Sellers. Yes, exactly. Queer as Folk. I learned a lot about men by watching Queer as Folk. Because it's clearly, they had to hit there's certain elements of the male psyche that has nothing to do with being gay. It just has to do with being a guy. And when you see that kind of blown out into, just all men, I learned a lot. I really learned a lot. Dexter's on this year, and it's starting up soon. Yeah, Dexter.
Ending too. I'm glad to see that.
Here's my prediction: is that Dexter, what's Dexter's sister's name?
Deb.
Deb is going to go insane. She's going to become a serial killer, and she is going to end up killing Dexter, and she's going to be the next.
I don't think she'll go insane and be some serial killer. But I do think she'll kill Dexter.
She's going to kill Dexter. No question.
Dexter has to die. No matter what.
Yeah. And he's going to let her. He's going to know that she's going to kill him, and he's going to let her. He's going to fight it, and be on the run from her. And then eventually he's going to realize that the only way that he can release her from her insanity is to let her kill him. I'm afraid it's going to be incredibly predictable. Oh, God. It's just become like the TV episode. How did that happen?
You know what I've started watching? I started watching that other Netflix original show about the werewolves called Hemlock Grove.
Oh, I've heard about it.
It's interesting so far.
Is it as good as House of Cards?
I don't know if it's quite as addictive. Like House of Cards just had like a real quiet tension throughout. Mm-hmm. But Hemlock Grove is definitely interesting. There's a lot more going on than just werewolves. Like there's mysterious corporations, psychic children. This one woman, this one virgin says she's pregnant, so there's an immaculate conception by an angel. So I'm intrigued.
Comstock?
Yeah, you did finish BioShock. We did do the Spreaker. Did you listen to the Spreaker of when Goalie?
I haven't. I really want to.
You know what's funny? The wife was looking at me last night and she goes, I need to put in BioShock again. I says, bite your tongue. It's like we both like want to go back, and it's like watching The Sixth Sense. You know, it's like you want to go back and make sure that he didn't talk to anybody during the whole show, and that he was really dead.
But see, the thing is, if you do that with BioShock, it'll only make you more confused.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm thinking. That's why I hit her and said no.
Yeah, it's definitely an episode that or not episode, but a game that it's not all the time, but on those occasional nights when you have a hard time falling asleep, your mind might turn to it and you start working it and working at it, and you pick it like a sore and it just won't close.
Yeah,
and then you can't fall asleep, and it's been an hour.
Yeah, I put it out of my mind for a couple of days. I was doing good. Now it's starting to rebubble. You know.
Oh yeah. Gully was so pissed off. He wasn't pissed off in that fuck this game. It was more of a like, I don't fucking understand what just happened to me.
And you know what? I'm fully with you. When it ended, I wasn't angry. I was just like sitting there, and it felt like in Metal Gear Solid, you know, when the little guy has a question mark over his head. It's just like, huh?
Like, right? Like what?
Yeah, like, do I like this? Do I not like that?
Yeah, I didn't know. It didn't need to go there. It didn't need to go into that Twilight Zone, aspect. It was fine on its own. It didn't need to go Twilight Zone. It didn't. And so, yeah, you'll have to go back and listen to Goalie Finish BioShock Infinite on Spreaker to find out what happened. And I tried to contain myself during that too. I don't
know why. Why wouldn't you just totally cut loose?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I didn't want to rip it. 'Cause again, it's the you got the chocolate on my peanut butter. You know what I mean? There was a lot of good to it, but then it took that crazy time travel thing. And
it's always sad when something ends on a low note, even when you've been loving it up until then. Because it's like, it ends on a way that really sours it, but it's still really, really good.
Yeah. It's like, and worse yet, when it's BioShock Infinite and everybody's been saying, oh, this is so good. Oh, my God, this is so good. You're going to love this game. It's so good. And then you get it and you play it and you have that experience and you kind of want to say, but it wasn't that good. It's like watching Citizen Kane when it's like Rosebud is a sled. What the fuck?
But you know what? I've seen a lot of people be mixed about BioShock. So I feel like the consensus is that it's great but flawed.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Do you know what part of it was? All right, let's just all fess up here, okay? Yeah. Part of it was we felt real stupid that we didn't pick up on any of that through the whole game. Isn't that part of it? Like, why didn't I pick up throughout the whole game that this is what it was.
Yeah,
See,
maybe a
I-
little bit. Maybe a little bit.
I didn't
hunting
feel
toy-
that. I hated like the final twist, like the twist in the last 5 seconds. I was pissed because I didn't think that they built that up at all.
No,
I was
you're
like,
right. They didn't.
This came out of nowhere.
We're talking about the lighthouses?
No, the Booker.
Baptism?
Booker's past.
Oh, Booker's past. Oh, and the baby losing her finger and stuff.
Like I thought the losing the finger was great and all that, and like yeah, like the relationship. I thought that was cool. It's like who Booker is. I was like, this is really cheap.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was a cheap trick to
Cheap
make
way out.
us like, oh, well, if you kill yourself, it's all better.
Which doesn't
that's
even make sense. When you
right.
think about the time travel aspects of it.
Right.
No, you're right. You're right. And then the whole, the whole like the heads or tails. Oh, come up 122 time heads. That was you scratch your head, say, what the hell was that?
Right.
And then you find out, oh, you've been through here 122 times and did the same thing over and over and over. But you needed 3 pages of somebody's web page to explain that to you.
Or why didn't the Lutesses just go back slightly before the baptism and kill Booker?
Why
Ta-da! You didn't have to go through any
know.
of this. Just kill him.
All they had to do was put him in the water, let those pacos loose on his nuts. Right? And he's like, get me out of this water. My nuts. And then there'd just be blood everywhere. I'd be like, oh, the blood of the lamb. Right? Just let the pacos do the talking.
Right.
That's all they would have to do. There was so much, like I say, when they did that, there was so many things that you say, why didn't they just do this?
Yeah. Well, that's the
it's like-
problem with time travel stories is
Yep.
that when you open that possibility, then it has to be written so superbly
Yep.
that it leaves but why don't you just it's
Well,
I think
it's like-
that
you
was the
remember-
mistake of putting the time travel in there.
Yes. You remember Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
You're right.
When they were in the police office and his dad was the police guy. He's like, oh, man, we don't have a key to his desk. Oh, wait, we got a time machine, dude. We can just go back in time and I'll steal the key from his bedroom.
Just remind
And then
me at the end of
I'll
this,
put
go
it
back.
and I'll put it in the trash barrel. And they look in the trash barrel, there's the key. I mean, so yeah, you got a time travel device, And so if Comstock was worried about Booker getting to him, why didn't he go back in time and do something about it? Why didn't he cut off his other finger so he couldn't shoot a gun? I mean, there's so many. Why did
Get
you
a
do this?
vasectomy. Castrate yourself. Ta-da!
Something, anything. Just if he could go back, if you can go back in time, you could win any war. You could win any battle. You could win every game.
Right.
Because you could go back and
You could
change
win
every
the
decision
lottery.
you make. It's like Groundhog's Day. How he went back and remember what kind of ice creams you like, what kind of TV shows you like. Eventually, he got her in bed. But it took him so many times to do it. So, I mean, if you have time travel on your side, you can go back at any time and undo stuff.
Right.
So that's why that was the whole bad thing about it. And they didn't need to do that. They could have just kept the story up in the sky like they did with the water, the one down in Rapture or whatever it was. And they took this ridiculous twist.
Uh-oh.
Ridiculous.
We're going to have a dog eruption in about 10 seconds, 20 seconds, just so you know. You're going to hear a lot of barking in the background. Yeah, the FedEx guy's here, and he hasn't walked up. The dogs are such fucking amazing animals that she'll hear the UPS truck. I mean, we have a lot of cars and trucks that go in front of the house, but she will hear the UPS truck or the FedEx truck, and she will hear it and run all the way from the other side of the house to plant herself in front of the window because she knows the sound of that truck. And the mailman doesn't even lift. The mailman comes up on the front porch, opens up the things, drops something in it, doesn't even lift her head. She loves the mailman. The FedEx guy can't even come on the street.
Really?
Yeah. She's good. My dog's good.
Why does she hate the FedEx guy?
I don't know, but she loves the mailman. Oh my God. She sees the mailman. We take her on a walk, sees the mailman walking on the street and was like, oh my God, it's Jack. I love Jack. Jack's, oh my God. And he has to come over and pet her and give her a bone and everything. She just loves
I'll
him.
give her a bone. He
Right, but
provides snacks.
But it's not just him. It's all male people. Has no problem with it. Never has. Never has. Mailman comes up on the front porch. No problem. FedEx guy comes on the street, and it's all bad. So I'm waiting for the dog alarm to go off, so you're warned. Steam swears she will kill the mailman. Or Storm swears she will kill the mailman one of these days. Oh! God. I don't know why my mailman has a thing with dogs, but dogs freaking love him. So, yeah, we've rehashed the BioShock shit. Nick, speaking of television shows, did you go back? I'll make you a deal. I will go watch the Hemlock Grove?
Hemlock Grove or Americans?
Hemlock Grove. That was the one on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
I'll watch Hemlock Grove, but you need to watch the original House of Cards.
Oh,
At
House
least
of Cards.
the first season.
It's on my queue.
Do it.
So
do it.
I just got to get around to it.
Yeah. It's better. Granted, it's dated. It's definitely dated, but it's better than the original or than the remake.
I was actually watching Scream 2 the other night, and the people are on cell phones that are like these real big things the size of your hand, and I was like, this movie is a little dated now.
Yeah.
No one has smartphones. It's like,
You drop your phone on your foot and break a toe.
That's why they can't make a scary horror movie anymore.
Why?
Is because of the cell phones, communications now. You think 20 years ago,
yeah,
you were in your house. If somebody cut your phone lines, you were done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you have like internet and cell phones and all these other devices. So I mean, and with cameras everywhere too, you're never, you're never alone.
Disagree.
Huh. So maybe that's why like zombie apocalypse is so popular now.
Right, because it shuts down the infrastructure. And that's, you look at things like Watch Dogs, the Ubisoft game that's coming up, that it takes the kind of horror. If you are never alone, that means that there's someone always there, someone always watching, who can always see you and always know exactly where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
they know everything about you. That's kind of creepy in its own horror way.
But they can be creepy. Like, I think it was like The Grudge. I don't know if it was one of the Grudges there, where the guy looked at the security camera and you could see the shadow on the camera, and then when he looked down the hallway, there was nothing there. So they have woven technology in a little bit. And there was a couple of shows where like guys took pictures with their camera, and you could follow the ghost on the camera. So they've woven it in a little bit, but there's the pure like just being scared shitless. That hasn't been there in a long time.
Right.
And maybe it's because we're even sitting home in our house, and we know that, we're always checking our phones, or the phone rings, or, somebody texts us. So you really can't sit and watch a movie like you could years ago undisturbed.
See, whenever I watch a scary movie, I make sure to do it at night with the lights off. Nothing to interrupt me.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I have to do that. I want to get into it.
Yeah, but a dog will bark or something distracts you.
Obviously, he's always asleep. That's why it's great to do it in the middle of the night.
It's kind of funny. You'd think of little kids being the ones. It's like, oh, you can't watch a scary movie with Jessica because she'll get nightmares. I never had nightmares growing up.
No.
I could watch I loved scary movies. Great stuff. Loved blood and gore and rubber body parts flying off. Awesome. Now I get horrible nightmares from watching the very basic stuff.
Reality shows?
No, from watching horror.
Honey Boo Boo?
Honey Boo Boo definitely gives me nightmares. Kevin is in the other room watching Walking Dead. I will walk by, stick my head in, watch about 3 or 4 minutes of it, keep moving, go on. That night I will have nightmares, zombie nightmares.
Really?
Yeah, I can't watch anything. My brain is such a sponge.
I would love to have a zombie dream.
No, they're no fun, dude. They're
I would
fucking
love
no
it.
fun.
Well, I used to have Left 4 Dead dreams.
Really?
I played so much Left 4
That's
Dead.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, I dreamt I was killing zombies in my sleep. I had
Right,
so
but
much
that's
Left 4
killing
Dead.
zombies. It's when you're not killing zombies. When zombies are killing you, that's the
See,
nightmare.
I don't know. Maybe it's been so long since I've had an actual nightmare. I would kind of love it just because dreams are fascinating stories.
They are.
Like they're so cool when you think about how bizarre they are. I
Yep.
would kind of love to have a nightmare because that's like your own personal horror movie.
Right. I
seems kinda
definitely have video game nightmares. I mean, video game dreams. Oh, I had
I've
so
had-
many
I've had
video
those.
game dreams when I was playing Mass Effect and when I was playing Dragon Age. Oh, so many Dragon Age dreams. But they were good.
Did I don't know if I said this. There was like years and years ago when Assassin's Creed 2 came out. Like my job at work was basically to go through Windows Explorer and like rearrange these archives, basically archive old files. So I'm basically moving a whole bunch of files around, creating new folders, all this real tedious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd been playing so much Assassin's Creed 2, and the work was so tedious, I'd kind of nod off as I was doing it, and I'd start dreaming that like a file was an assassination target, and like here I am deleting the files around it because those were like the guards, and then I'd come in and delete the main file. I was like, yes, assassinate the target. Now go to the next folder and run away. And then like 5 minutes later, I kind of wake up and I think, what the fuck did I just delete? So I'd go to the recycle bin, basically restore everything I'd done for the past 10 minutes and and start over again.
That's funny. Blackstar Void says, do I get frantic zombie dreams? Yes, that's exactly what I get.
Yeah.
Kelly's got a really interesting one. She goes, I had Rainbow Six dreams where I would call out tactics in real life in my sleep.
Reach the door.
Oh, it's the things that only gamers really appreciate from each other. That you could get that. Anybody, Kelly, if you told that to anybody in real life, they would think you were insane. But we get it. We understand.
There is nothing worse. There's nothing more scary than someone talking in their sleep. Does that fuck you guys up?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
No, because when it happens, I think it's
My
it's
wife
kinda
does it. It
cute.
scares the piss out of me.
Really?
Because she starts talking. You're like, yeah, all right, I'll get to that. What? You just wake up out of a dead sleep. And, yeah.
Have you ever sleepwalked or known somebody to sleepwalk?
I had a girlfriend way back in the day. It's going back 25 years ago. We were living together. And middle of the night, I heard this crash, bang, boom. I probably told the story before, but I heard a crash, bang, boom in the house we were in. And I like, what the hell's? I look, she's not in bed. I get up and I look. She's eyes shut. And then when I turn on the hallway light, she's pulling the vacuum out of the closet. I turned off the light. You go, girl.
That's awesome.
But yeah, she was pulling out the vacuum. She was going to vacuum in the middle of the night. I'm not going to disrupt her. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, I woke up naked in a parking lot of a motel in Kingman, Arizona.
What?
I got up
Really?
and walked out of the hotel room. Yeah, I'm sleeping in the motel room with my boyfriend at the time. And yeah, we were on a road trip and going down Route 66, and we were in Kingman, Arizona. And I got up in the middle of the night and walked out into the parking lot, and he woke up with me because he saw me get up, and then he saw me leave the room, and he's like, she didn't put on any clothes. And so he got up, put some clothes on real quick, and ran after me. And he's asking me questions, and I'm just walking.
Yeah.
And and then got out to the parking lot, and that's when I woke up. I think I probably, something happened. Either I stepped on something or I woke up in the middle of the parking lot. That was fucked up. The first time I sleepwalked, and the second time was at another boyfriend's many years later. Another boyfriend's place, and I did what your ex did. Is it got up and started to fold and clean. Folding things.
I've
Folded
never
all of
sleepwalked.
the throw rugs in the whole
ditto.
house.
I'm so glad I never sleptwalk. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
no, it's freaky. It's the
I
only
don't
two
sleep
times.
heavy enough to sleepwalk. I'm a very light sleeper. I mean, the dog farts and I'm up. I don't sleep at all. I don't sleep through anything at all.
Kelly says she sleepwalked and fell down our stairs when we had been married for like 2 years. That's got to be it. Must be a very strange thing because I've
That
never
has
been
to be
with
the
someone.
worst. Is like to know that there are stairs. Like if you sleepwalk in a one-story house, that's okay.
Right.
But if you have stairs, that's got to be
Yes,
really
yeah, that
scary.
is. You wonder if you could walk down the stairs, sleepwalking, if your unconscious takes over, if you're just kind of stumbling zombie-ish,
Yeah. Well, there's the stories of these people that have gotten in their car, driven to their mother-in-law's house, and murdered their mother-in-law. And they're like, I was sleepwalking. And I don't know how much I believe it, but then again, I woke up, according to the boyfriend at the time, eyes wide open. Just couldn't tell the difference. I just wasn't answering. Just had a very relaxed look on my face and folded every throw rug in the entire apartment and then came back to bed. Poor Kelly. She's like, I was so bruised up.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
It is weird. When I went across country when I was 18, drove from Boston to L.A., and we were out somewhere. I think we were in Arizona somewhere. And, we were stressed out from the ride, me and my buddy.
Right.
And he jumped out of bed in this hotel room in the middle of the night and was standing between the two beds and started screaming, all right, I'll do it. And it scared the piss out of me. So I was like, dude, just sleep and go back to bed. He's like, so he crawled back into bed, and as my heart slowed down, I leaned over and went, do what? And he didn't answer. He doesn't remember it. Scared him. He's in there standing and screaming at the top of his lungs between the two beds. Oh, man.
Okay, that I can see how that'd be scary because that's what someone says like right before they go on a killing spree.
Yeah. It's a one eye open. Yeah. Yeah. My wife usually does the work stuff. She's usually like, I'm on the phone. I can't get the fax. Or, there's too many faxes here. So she screams out something about work. I'm like, yeah.
So, did I ever tell you about the boyfriend that he didn't sleepwalk, but he assaulted me in bed while asleep? It wasn't this boyfriend? It wasn't Kevin. It was a boyfriend right before Kevin. Actually, it was Kevin's best friend, Kevin, who I dated before I dated Kevin. But we lived together for a while, and I was asleep and I was lying on my side with my back to him. And then all of a sudden in the middle of the night, I feel him. He puts one hand on my shoulder and the other hand on the back of my head. And he's like moving my head left and right and swiveling my head. And I'm like, Jesus. And I'm like, Kevin, what are you doing? And he's like, I can't get the monitor to adjust right. And I was like, what the fuck? I busted out laughing.
I can't get the Brady Bunch to come in. Can adjust the antenna a little bit.
Absolutely true story. And I had to wake him up. I'm like, wake up. What? Dude, I'll tell you about it in the morning. Just roll over and go to sleep.
Couldn't get the monitor. Did you get a blue screen? No, I had a red screen.
Just can't get the monitor to adjust. So, yeah. Wow.
I like Black Spheres has a particularly good nightmare.
What?
Can you imagine sleepwalking into a pond filled with pac
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm not going to Papua New Guinea. Just nothing good comes out of New Guinea, dude. If you have read any of the Dead Island, the briefs that they gave you about...
Yeah, Kuru. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Kuru is free. I that's one of the things I love about Dead Island is that it actually kind of like the whole zombie origins feel realistic enough. It's not like evil corporation shit. It's freaky ass disease shit and actual cannibalistic tribes.
Right. Oh yeah. And New Guinea has all that. It's just crazy stuff goes over on in New Guinea. That's where they have the cargo cult too.
Oh.
Which is, I've been reading about that because that's a theme. The theme this year of Burning Man is the cargo cult, and it's just a weird, something's in the water down there that just makes people come up with crazy ass shit, and then the crazier shit it is, the faster it burns through everybody's brains, and everybody believes it. It's like an entire island full of people with tin hats. That the crazier tin hat story it is, the more likely it is to be believed.
Nice.
I prefer Guinea Classic to New Guinea.
See, over here in Boston, when an Italian has a kid, that's a New Guinea.
Oh! Wow.
It's a Boston Italian thing.
Oh.
I think the Irish started.
Oh, God. So yeah, speaking of Boston, hate to bring it down a little bit, but you hear that like the Boston bombers family can't find a funeral, a cemetery to take the body.
Yeah, I did hear that.
They just throw them out to sea with Bin Laden.
I know.
Let the Pacu
That's
get
what
'em.
they're getting down to, man. Just throw them in the river and let the Pacu take care of it.
Nobody wants that. Dude.
God, I hope the Pacu won't take care of it. Are they making their way here?
There are Pacu in some rivers. In that's what the one thing that show ended is that Pacu are very prolific and they have been found in some American rivers and canals, but they're not the
The ball biting type.
Yeah, exactly. They're just the regular herbivorous plant eaters.
So you got to go to New Guinea and
Yeah, exactly. You got to shop mom in New
there.
Guinea. Yeah, Kelly's saying his mom is insane. His mom is a fucking nut job. Oh my
They
God.
all are. All of them are.
They're not all. The uncle seems like he's had his head on straight. you
Yeah,
know?
he's like, what they do is they're fucking losers.
That's right. They're fucking losers. You stupid idiots. Turn yourself in, you fuckheads. But his mom is like, you killed my son, and I don't believe they killed the bomb. You just fabricated it all. I'm like, look, we've got people that actually had their legs blown off that actually made eye contact with the guy and saw him. So, no, she's...
It's like that episode of South Park when the fish were killing the people, but they all turned up dead in the kid's bedroom. Oh, I have a good boy. He doesn't kill people. And she buried all the bodies in the backyard because she didn't want to believe her son was killing. Like, Mom, I'm really not killing these people. It doesn't matter, baby. You have a good boy. I have a good boy.
Jesus, Norman Bates. But speaking of shows, anybody watch Bates Motel? It looks like it's interesting.
It
No,
does
I
look
didn't.
interesting. I saw a couple minutes of it the other night, but I really didn't, can't really tell you about it. But it was, what's that? Is that on Sci-Fi? Is that on TNT or what?
It's on A&E.
A&E.
Yeah, anything on Sci-Fi is shit. It really is.
Yeah, and you'd think that
I used to love Sci-Fi.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched
If it-
a little bit of Defiance, the new show that the game was based on, and it wasn't bad. I haven't seen any more of it, but it was good enough that I'm interested in watching another episode.
I heard Defiance was okay, but Sci-Fi, I mean, if there's another show with a CGI alligator in it eating people in a pond.
Oh, okay. Well, let's
that's-
just say their shows are different than their movies. Their movies are like universal shit.
Oh, yes. Yep. And they get the same. Who's that actor that's in them all? And as soon as you see him, you're like, oh, turn it off. There's one guy that's in every single Sci-Fi movie.
I don't know, but we need to know who that is. I think that should
Yeah.
become an internet meme.
Yeah. It's
There
like
used to be a guy in the 80s that was like that. Whenever you saw him, you knew it was a bad movie.
And like bad. Yeah, it's the guy from the Southwest. He's not Mexican. I forget his name now. Oh, man.
Okay, what movie was he in?
All of them.
No, give me a title. I will look it up on IMDb.
Oh, he always plays like a sheriff or a cop.
Give me
was
one show.
Oh man, what was the one? He was the Indian cop, and he was being bothered by all the white people in the Southwest.
Indian cop
Is it-
being
It's
bothered
not Danny Trejo, is it?
No.
by white people.
Did you Google that?
Yes, I did. Freedom Riders? No.
No, I forget the guy's name. No. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. He's in a ton of those. But every Saturday, I'd get home from work in middle afternoon on Saturday, and there's the wife. She gets Sci-Fi on, and there he is fighting a CGI alligator. And this is different than the one you watched last Saturday. No, it's not
Renegade?
it.
82 to 83, Lorenzo Lamas?
Oh, I don't know. Let me-
I'm just looked up a Native American cop show. See now, any ideas from? It's not Banderas. No, it's not Antonio Banderas.
No. Oh man, what is his name?
All right, and we're gonna throw this out to the chat room. Anybody want to just randomly riff on a cop?
Go to
show?
Sci-Fi. Go to sci-fi.com, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what if you go like
Sci-fi.
sci-fi actors?
Sci-fi.com. Oh, it's not Defiance. It's not that. Oh, what do they have for movies? Movies. Okay, click on Sci-Fi movies.
Sci-fi movies.
And okay, there's all.
Independence.
Not Lake Placid.
Oh, come on. We're all original movies. There we go.
Where are they, honey?
Simone,
Yeah.
Lake Placid, Star Trek.
No, not
Battle
like
Dogs,
classic.
Chupacabra versus the Alamo. Oh, come on.
Okay, that's what you gotta click on.
Where did you find it? Oh, all original.
Chupacabra versus the Alamo. Fuck, why not? What the fuck could be wrong with that? Wow. Oh, The Abominable Snowman, Tasmanian Devils, Heebie-Jeebies, End of the World, Flying Monkeys, 12 Disasters of Christmas, Rise of the Zombies, Bigfoot, Boogeyman, Shark Attack, Lake Placid, Aladdin and the Death Lamp, Pegasus versus Chimera. Anything with a versus in his name is going to be awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
Arachnoquake, Piranaconda.
That's what I'm saying. It's all CGI alligators. Am I
Sharktopus. Megapython versus Gatoroid. Wow.
Not an alligator. I'm telling you.
Malibu Shark Attack. Oh, seriously, why are we not watching this?
Oh, wait. Malibu Shark Attack. Where's that? Do we have a cast on that? Oh, come on.
When a
It's not
tsunami
showing
hits
a cast.
Malibu, you're not safe from prehistoric sharks, even if you're out of the water.
No, I think Daenerys was in that.
Oh, what's her bucket? It doesn't.
Emil Clark?
Let's see. I'll have to look it up. It's not showing.
Yeah, it's not showing a
any
cast.
But let me
God
look
damn.
it up. IMDb.com.
Yeah, they're not showing a
Malibu
cast for any of these, so we can't see.
Shark Attack. There we go. 2009 TV movie. And what's
Emil Clark?
No, it's Renee Baldwin, Remy Broadway, Joel Amos Burns, Warren Christie, Nicholas Cooper, Jeff Gannon, Mungo McKay. Mungo!
Because I remember reading somewhere that she was in some movie like that, some Shark Attack movie.
Okay,
I don't
I'm
remember
looking
what
it
it's
up
called,
right
but it
now.
sounds like Malibu Shark Attack.
I'm looking it up.
He actually was. They did a World War II special, and he was the host as he was talking. This guy was talking to a lot of the people on veterans on the show when they did this World War II thing.
Okay, you were saying Daenerys, and Daenerys is not Lena Headey. Lena Headey is Cersei.
Yeah, I said Daenerys. Emil Clark.
Oh, Emilia Clarke. I'm sorry.
She was in one called Triassic Attack.
Oh, Emilia Clarke. Okay, yeah, I'm looking this up right now. Triassic
I'm at her.
Attack.
Yep.
God.
There's some bad ones.
Seth MacFarlane broke up with her. Can you believe it?
Who?
Seth MacFarlane
Yeah, but we broke up with who?
with Emilia Clarke.
He was dating her?
Yeah. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck he's thinking. Seriously. Shackled, Game of Thrones, Spike Island, Triassic Attack, and The Doctors. Wow, she was on The Doctors. So yeah, she hasn't done much. I mean, it's kind of funny. She she did Doctors, which is a television, the soap opera. Then she did Triassic Attack, Spike Island, and then Game of Thrones. Talk about wow, moving up.
Yeah, I
in the
feel
world.
like almost everyone in Game of Thrones, that's kind of their big break.
Yeah, it very much so. Well, some of them are kind of legendary British actors. We haven't really seen them here.
Okay, yeah.
And Dinklage has done a lot. But
Yeah,
he's kind
well,
of
he's
the
never-
one guy in Hollywood you can go to for that part. I mean, if you're looking for
but
a
also,
serious midget.
I don't think he was in a whole lot of movies. You know, he wasn't a household name or even close.
No.
But he had a career.
He did have a career, but he was kind of a character actor, so to speak, just simply
Yeah.
because he had to be. And there
I
weren't a
didn't-
lot of shows that would have that actor, that specific role that only that he could fill.
Yeah. I didn't know Lena Headey was Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
She was?
Yeah, that's what IMDb says.
So now I'm having to look this up.
And she was in 300. She was the queen.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just browsing through all the people. She was in The Cave?
And it's really funny. You see the picture of her on IMDb, and she does not look like her. As a brunette, doesn't look like her. You wouldn't know her in a million years.
I was surprised when I saw Jaime Lannister in Oblivion.
Oh, is he in that?
Yeah, small role, but he's still in it.
Cersei Lannister played in a movie that I love this entry. The name of the movie? Whore. The name of the role? Mom.
I can't find this guy. Well, it'll take me a while.
If you give me one show, I will find him.
I can picture him. He's got a rounded face. He's got black hair. He always plays the cop.
Okay.
For
cop.
In the Southwest, it's always a Southwest type of movie, and he's usually
if Sci-Fi showed us the cast, that would make things a lot easier.
It's usually protecting his people. You know, he usually tries to protect the Indians. You know, and he's always the cop for the
Deja Vu, Starman.
What the heck was that? Oh man, what was that movie that he was trying to protect his Indian? He was the cop for the Indian people, and he was always battling with the white people. It was a modern movie.
Yeah, I pull up cop Southwest movie, and all I get is South by Southwest.
It's driving me nuts. But if you saw this guy, he was on every sci-fi movie, and I was like, oh man, yeah, Megatron.
Is it the guy who was in that show Millennium?
I don't think so.
What was his name?
It wasn't Casper Van Diem. He's the white guy that always plays in other shitty movies. You see him, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, I know him.
Millennium from 1989.
Like 1990s.
Yeah.
This guy's been around a while.
It's not Chris Christopherson.
Lance Henriksen?
No, he's the guy from Alien.
Yeah, that's right. He is, yeah.
God. And once again,
looks like,
completely random crap.
He kind of looks
we should
like
change this from happy endings to just random crap show.
He looks like Eric Estrada. Looks very much like Eric Estrada.
Not Edward James Olmos.
No.
I just... You just give me all these things, and it's stuff you can't look up on
I don't know. I googled Google. Eric Estrada lookalike.
I'm gonna look up looks like Eric Estrada, and I get Eric Estrada. This bike cop makes Eric Estrada look like a chump. Not George Lopez.
No. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts the rest of the day. And I will text you later when I get it.
Okay.
Was Eric Estrada in Chupacabra vs. the Alamo?
Really?
Is Google telling me the truth?
Oh, do you know what I should do? I should just go to Netflix and search, right?
Yeah. Awesome radio.
Yeah, Eric Estrada was in Chupacabra vs. the Alamo.
We have got to watch that. Oh my God. It is. I'm looking at the picture right now, the cover picture on IMDb, and that is definitely a very old Eric Estrada.
Maybe that is him.
Oh, and no other name that I recognize.
I kind of want to see Pegasus vs. Chimera.
Maybe we have underestimated sci-fi. We really clearly...
Oh, there's some great movies on there.
Notice it's great movies as opposed to great movie.
Yeah, great movies in quotations.
Right, great.
Well,
Wasn't the actor who plays Tyrion Lannister in the movie Underdog based on the cartoon? Oh, that would be too good. All right, going back to Game of Thrones.
No, go to Underdog.
Underdog. Okay, 2007 Underdog. And
oh my God, Peter Dinklage is in it.
Yes, it is. Peter and James Belushi. Amy Adams was in it.
What?
Brad Garrett was in it.
Samantha Bee?
Who's Samantha Bee?
She's a correspondent on the Daily Show.
Oh yeah, Samantha Bee. John Slarty. Jason Lee. Who's Jason Lee?
I know him. He does a lot of goofy stuff.
Oh,
I
he's
think
on
this guy
He's a skateboarder.
I think this guy had 3 names. So it was like something.
It's not Edward James. Are you sure it's not Edward James?
No,
Olmos?
he was from Battlestar Galactica. I would know him.
Okay. Patrick Warburton.
I'm looking
I
at all.
want to find a picture of Peter.
Oh, Patrick
Dinklage's Underdog.
Warburton, the dude from that show.
That show?
Yes, he's on that show with that chick, and they're married, and he's got the super deep voice.
That name sounds familiar.
And I think he's probably the name of the voice of the guy who is in a wheelchair on Family Guy.
Oh yeah, that's Patrick Warburton. Wow.
Taylor
I
Momsen.
recognize his face.
Taylor Momsen is in Underdog. Wow. I'm kind of interested in seeing that movie now.
I know. I've Googled Peter Dinklage. I want to see what he looks like in Underdog. Oh, he's all mad scientist out.
He's Simon Bar Sinister. See,
He's got a huge
Perfect.
forehead, crazy mad scientist hair.
Okay, hold on a second. Peter Dinklage in
Caleb Thompson
Underdog.
looked like.
Oh yeah, wow. That's Simon Bar Sinister.
Taylor Momsen looks normal.
Taylor Momsen never looks normal. She's a freak of nature.
In Underdog.
Oh, maybe that's probably before she got crazy. Is it wrong of me to think that Peter Dinklage is kind of sexy?
How do you spell his name?
Dude, his voice. I tell you, his voice is the best thing.
How do you spell his
know,
last
but
name? How do you spell his last name?
Who? What? Dinklage?
Yeah.
Dinklage.
Oh boy, yeah. This guy's pretty ugly.
Like the cover of Rolling Stone, he looks really good, but he's kind of sexy. I mean, he's married and he just had a kid, but still, it's very rare that you find someone that has physical deformities like he does, and they actually end up being in that kind of I'd fuck him.
Oh, that's gross.
Why? He's kind of.
I tell you, I want to hear him voice like a game character because his voice is like the best thing ever.
Yes. Well, all the voices.
Even I
in
can
that are
admit
good.
that.
Yeah, all the voices are good. In fact, the guy that plays who's the sidekick to Daenerys, Barristan,
the not Joel. That's Superman.
Yeah, no, her, the guy that the knight that's essentially fallen in love with her.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, I think it's Lord Barristan, but he's also got a great voice as well. The whole cast is so well cast. It
is. I heard that there was like a pilot episode with a completely different cast and like different script for the first episode. Mm-hmm. And IO9 got a hold of the script and went through the different changes between it and the actual pilot. Mm-hmm. But I would love to see that. I'd love to see the first episode with a completely different cast.
It wouldn't work. That whole thing is all about the cast. If
but
they
that's why I
hadn't
want to
cast
see it because it would be so weird.
Yeah.
Is it R. Lee
Ernie? R. Lee Ernie. That's what Kelly says. That's the guy you're looking for.
Really, R. Lee Ernie.
Ermey. EERMEY.
Oh, that's the dude.
Oh no, that's
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket dude. God, that guy's made a lot of money off of just being that character.
This ain't the guy I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's definitely not him.
This
Drop and give me 20.
I can't believe I can't pull his picture up anyway. And I can picture his face right in front of me, and I just can't think of any movies that he's done because they've all been bad.
Well, I guess if you just keep the TV on sci-fi, you'll see him eventually.
Right. Then you have to watch the whole movie so you can get to the credits.
Well, no, then you just type the name of the movie in IMDb.
That's true. Well, that would be the easy way. The best casting choice other than Peter Dinklage and Jamie, what's his bucket for Jamie Lannister, is one that definitely, I don't know that it truly gets the appreciation that it should get, but the one that they had play Joffrey. That kid is so fucking good. So good, because it's an underappreciated character, because he has to be essentially this scared bully. This pussy bully. Yeah.
It's like he's good at being a complete evil fucktard, but also being like a coward.
Right. And
you're right.
It rings true. It's a hard thing to do to make it ring true, that I've got all this bravado, but I'm also really scared. I'm terrified.
Yeah, now that you mention it, he does a good job of like when he's talking to Marguerite, and he's like, you can see him kind of unsure of himself, but still trying to puff himself up and be confident. And the way she keeps egging him on, he's like, okay, yeah, I am awesome.
Right. He's just full of this just messed up stew of insecurity.
The guy who plays Joffrey was in The Dark Knight?
Yes.
Laxmi Voigt says that?
Yes.
What role did he have?
He was a kid. He's been in a lot of stuff.
The kid. He's not... No, that's Batman Begins.
Let's see. Hold on a second. IMDb.
Man, it's weird going down a hole of like what actors have been in.
We have to swear off of going on IMDb during the show, because we could get 2 hours of just.
Oh, no, he was in Batman Begins. I got a clip of it on YouTube. Oh my god, that is him. Oh my god, I see the face of evil of Batman. Just kill him now.
He has become kind of the face of evil. Don't worry, you will feel better.
Oh, see, that's why he became king, because Batman gave him like the Batarang.
That's what it is. He, without spoiling too much, something really, really awesome is going to happen with him.
This season, you think, or
it's going to be in the next season?
Oh, next season. Okay.
It'll probably. It depends on how quickly they move.
Well, I heard that this season is like the first half of book 3.
Okay. I don't know where it falls in the book, but I will say this: his wedding is going to be awesome.
Okay, that has to be like the end of this season. They have to do the wedding this season.
Okay, well, if they have to do the wedding this season, then it would make sense. Actually, this is what's probably going to happen in the last episode. The wedding, the Jon Snow stuff that's about to go down, and the Robb Stark stuff supposed to go down, because it does happen pretty much simultaneously in the book.
Okay.
So yeah, this last season is going to fuck you up. You're gonna want to kill yourself. You're gonna want to take like Ambien and margaritas for the next, I don't know how long it's going to be until that show comes out.
Just
next year and a half. Just put yourself into a coma for a year and a half. You're gonna want to do that. If they actually wrap it up like that,
I don't know, because Cartman tried that and it backfired on him bad.
I highly recommend go out right now. Go get yourself a box of Depends before the last episode, because you are going to shit yourself the last episode.
Then I'll miss Assassin's Creed 4.
You're gonna. It's worth it. It's worth it. This last, if it ends the way that I think it will, you don't miss it. Do not miss the last episode.
I won't miss it. I watch it every day.
But you need to put Assassin's Creed down. Just don't even worry about it. This is going to make Assassin's Creed look like Aliens, Colonial Marines. Seriously.
Wow.
If it ends the way I think it will. And that's it.
Okay. Well, I have something to look forward to now. It's only 4 weeks away, really.
Oh, God, I can't wait. I even know it's going to happen, and I can't wait. That's how good the books are. That's how good this is.
Anyways, I should probably be getting to work.
Kelly wants to know, Danny Trejo, is that him?
No.
No, yeah, I asked that
I know
before.
Danny Trejo. I will find this guy, and we'll have to do another Spreaker show on this guy. I've searched everything.
We're gonna do
about
a
cops in the Southwest.
5-second Spreaker where you're just gonna get on and say the name and log off.
I can picture this guy in a stupid hat being the cop and, basically, trying to be the protector of the Native American people that are being, pushed around. And it's like every movie he plays this stupid cop, And I don't want to say stupid cop, but I mean, it's a bad movie, And boy, I tell you, I've been searching cops and people who played cops. I mean, he's done other roles, but I mean,
Benjamin Bratt. He was in a bad one called Bats.
Yeah, it might be Benjamin Bratt.
Oh.
He was also in Law and Order when he was much younger. Oh, yeah, he was a sidekick to the old guy that died.
Oh. I just remember him from Bats.
Not Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips. Oh, you should have said that. Shit, you should have just said he played Richie Valens in.
Every time I come home, I see him on Sci-Fi.
Yeah,
as a cop. It's some stupid
That's
movie.
him.
Lou Diamond Phillips. Yes, Nick with Bats. Yes, you hit it right off. All right, what filmography?
Who's Benjamin Bratt then?
Filmography.
He's done a lot. He's been in. He was nominated for an Oscar, I believe.
He played in Stargate's Universe. Oh man.
No,
my
he's been
God.
in everything.
Look at Benjamin Bratt and Lou Diamond Phillips. They could be twins.
Backyards
Yes, they
and
could.
Bullets. Okay, that was
La Bamba. That's what he was, I think, nominated for.
Oh, yep.
Alien Express. There was another good one. Trail to Hope Rose. Can't miss that one. Oh man. Stalking Rave Mad. Wolf Lake. There we go. That's a great series. Anybody see that one?
No.
Oh.
The Beast.
Yeah. So these are all on when I come home from work on the Sci-Fi
He
channel.
played an Aquaman.
The Beast, of course. We can't forget the Beast. Yep. You played American Dad as Rusty. The Aquabats.
He was in Hollywood Homicide as Wanda.
What? Wait, is the Aquabats an actual show?
Sanitarium. That's got to be another bad one.
Oh, Supernova. I remember Supernova.
I told you he had three names.
Dumb.
Every time I looked up, he was on.
He was in Three Kings. He was in a bunch of stuff.
And he's not a bad actor, but it just seemed like every time I come home and I saw him on TV on Sci-Fi.
Yeah. Oh, what's the name of that? Oh, shit. That other guy who's in real bad, a lot of B movies. He was in Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman.
All right. Thank God.
He was Superman. I know that he was in that, so at least we have something.
Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. Wait,
Yeah.
that was a series though.
Yeah.
But the
AC
main
Ray-
character?
Yeah, he was
AC
Superman.
Rays. Yes.
Oh, Dean Cain.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dean Cain. He's in a lot of crap, too.
Wait, hang on a second. AC Rays, yes. He says he remembers Lou Diamond Phillips in a Native American cop movie with a spear. It seemed like that was like every movie he played in. He did. Every time I see him, he has that stupid cowboy hat on. And he's a cop, He's a good cop. He's a good guy, But it's man,
Lou
Death
Diamond
Toll.
Phillips, and I figured it would be somebody I wouldn't know, and it's Lou Diamond Phillips, he's big. I mean, I know him.
Yes.
You know his face, and you
Yeah, I
couldn't
know his
name,
know his name.
but you could never say
pl-
what movie he's in.
La
El
Bamba.
Cortez. Did you see him in El Cortez?
Did you see my work in El Cortez?
All his movies are 5.4s out of 10. And I'm not saying it.
Did you see my work on Whore? I was Mom.
Oh, Backyards and Bullets got a 6.2. Great. Yeah.
Hi.
Lone Rider. Oh, Lone Rider 5.2. I am going to rent that. I'm going to buy that on Blu-ray.
Oh my God, we're at 100 minutes. How do we kill 100 minutes on this show?
The uninvited. Oh, the married couple who was pregnant with their first child. Oh, it's going to be great. It's a great evil is raised over. Okay, here's
Wait,
my.
The Uninvited? I know The Uninvited.
All right, listen to this right here. How about this? Here's the plot for The Uninvited. A young married couple who are pregnant with their first child moves into their turn-of-the-century home where they discover that a great evil has resided there for nearly a century, unleashed by a previous occupant.
Oh.
The Uninvited, starring Lou Diamond Phillips.
There was another movie called The Uninvited with a real hot girl in it. That can't be the same movie. It's got
she
Lou
wasn't
Diamond
pregnant.
Phillips in it.
I don't know. It's a picture of a girl in the water. In a world filled with water and Lou Diamond Phillips. The Uninvited.
This was supposed to be a half-hour show. You know that, right? We were always like, when we started Happy Endings, we were like, half hour, no problem. Fuck. We're at 99 minutes and 52 seconds.
Dude, our fans demand this.
4, 3,
Exactly.
2, 1. 100 minutes.
AC Wraith has already left, gone to work, and come home. And we're still here for you.
Kelly
'Cause
Brown
that's
has
what
gone through menopause.
Oh!
I've gone through menopause.
Oh!
Golly's gone through menopause. Nick is fertile forever.
Oh, Kelly.
I
I
reached
should
puberty.
take that. Oh, my gosh, Mrs. Lefty.
Yeah, Lefty. Yeah, Kelly. We're just like, we were all fine until it's. I blame Goalie. Who's that guy who always plays the cop in Southwestern movies? I don't know. Let's check IMDb. Oh fuck! Look at this. Oh wow! Look at this. And over here, look at this. And this is why ADD is such a problem in this world right now.
Because of
IMDb
and Wikipedia.
Yep.
Aquaman, nice.
Yeah.
The Triangle. So
Jason
many
Tatler.
movies to watch now. I really.
We fed Goalie's nuts to the Paku, Kelly.
No.
And they starved.
Oh, stop.
Well, it's because they're so brash they couldn't actually bite them.
I didn't teabag no Pacus. I don't want to hear it.
That's a new insult. Go teabag a Paku.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That is good. I'm gonna remember that.
Teabag a Pacu. Teabag a Pacu.
And except for the 7 of us right here, or 10 of us right here, no one will get it, but we will all laugh our asses off about it, which is the best kind of inside joke that only 10 people know. All right, so I hate to do this because I'm actually having a lot of fun.
I'm just happy I found that guy because I was going nuts.
I know,
man.
you were quiet. We're on there for 40 minutes surfing, look at us over here, and look at
And
this
Nick
over
goes
here. And you're
bats.
like,
I was like, yes,
3
he wasn't
names.
bats.
3 names. 3 names. He's got 3
Three
names.
names.
And he wore a funny hat.
It's a guy with a hat.
It's a guy with a hat. Plays a cop. Southwestern cop. 3 names. Okay. You work on that. You have a good time going.
Oh my god.
He's over there like an autistic kid looking at a top. Looking, trying to figure out that name. Ugh. All right.
Well, consider we're not going to have a show next week. We got this nice long one people can tune in and
that's true.
listen to
That's
our
true.
movie rants.
Yeah.
This was planned. That's what we did it.
All right. So we want to predict the news for next week?
EA
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah. We'll fire.
announces
This is like Mad Libs. Give me a company, a verb, and a noun.
Okay.
Right.
EA will fire this guy's already left BioWare. Who's a real popular person that people love at an EA studio?
and an EA.
And there was a long
Diamond
silence
Phillips.
after that.
Yeah. Oh,
EA will hire Lou
EA
Diamond Phillips to
signed
be the
Lou Diamond
new
Phillips.
Battlefield 3.
Darth Vader.
No. EA is going to hire Lou Diamond Phillips to be the lead voice for Aliens Colonial Marines 2.
All right. I'm
And it's
good
going to
with that.
spin off a TV show on Sci-Fi.
EA will fix SimCity. No fucking way that's happening. Not gonna happen.
Why would they? Why would they?
Exactly. Why would they
They don't
fix it?
need
It's
to.
been so damn popular and successful, and it's broken.
I need to go back. I haven't played that in a while.
Why break?
This-
Why fix what is perfectly fine broken?
Why fix what's broken?
Right.
Let's get a bigger hammer. We should do this instead of our regular show. This is way more fun.
I don't know about that. But there's absolutely no substance. People in the chat room, you are not walking away from this show any smarter than you walked
I don't know.
in.
They've learned how to lay out a bar.
They've learned that Pacu can be carnivorous.
Exactly. They've learned not to go to New Guinea.
Don't bathe in the rivers in New Guinea.
No.
So we're teaching them worldly things, not just about game.
Yeah, we're teaching them which movies not to watch. So we saved them hours of their life already. I've shaved. I know. With just Jason and Kelly, I probably shaved about 6 years off their life from watching bad movies.
I am renaming this show the Game Hounds Crap Show.
Crappy endings.
Random crap show. Yeah, crappy endings. This episode I am renaming to Crappy Endings Episode 4.
Crappy endings. Oh, that is so great.
I think that's good. Might actually have to be the new name. We learned that Tyrion was underdog. It's your takeaway message. Remember, kids, at the end of G.I. Joe. Remember, kids. More alien garbage collectors. We learned that Tyrion was an underdog, and what movies to stay away from.
Yeah, we learned that Edie walks around naked in her sleep.
Only once. Only once.
So I got
one show only.
I can't wait till the next PAX. That's okay, Edie. No, we'll just do a Spreaker right here. So it seems to be cold in this hotel room, Edie. Edie, you look bushed.
Hey, since we're not going to have it, by the way, just so you know, we're not going to have a regular show or a Happy Endings next week because I'm going to be in New York and Goalie's going to be getting ready to go to Las Vegas. But the 21st of May at 10 p.m., almost did 10 p.m. again, 10 a.m. Pacific time is the announcement for Xbox. We are going to live Spreaker this. We're gonna have a feed going that's not the actual event itself. It's going to be us sitting there commenting on what's going on. If I know Nick has to work, I know Goalie's got stuff going on at night.
Well, if it's 10 a.m., I could do that easy.
I know, but I was thinking of maybe doing it as a drinking game, like lay out the rules beforehand.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, but
it's going to be tough too because you're going to try to watch it on TV and then talk about it, and my TV's like across the room.
Well, no, don't watch it on TV. Watch one screen. Well, do you have multi-screen or one screen?
One.
Well, actually, you could watch it on Xbox.
Yeah, just watch it on Xbox.
If I could watch on my iPad.
Or
maybe.
you can watch it on your iPad. Absolutely. It's going to be streaming everywhere. Just watch it on your iPad or just watch it on your screen of your
Well, I might actually,
thing.
if I could set up Skype on my laptop at the bar.
Yeah.
But then I wouldn't sound as good as I do.
Right. Well, then you don't have to have the Spreaker page up or anything. Just run, because your only thing you're running is Skype. I'll host the feed and then just call you. So all you're running is Skype. You can just watch it on your computer screen.
No, yeah, or I could run Skype on my laptop or something.
Yeah, run Skype
on my iPad. Oh, Kelly was asking about your bush again on here.
My bush is fine.
I don't know.
And Kelly's going to be there. Hey, that's awesome. Kelly, we should talk. Maybe you should join us for this. Isn't Lefty going to go to this thing? Don't they love Lefty enough to send him an invitation down to Los Angeles to see the new Xbox? And probably give him one because he's a lucky fuck.
Yeah. No,
Kelly can drink. Yeah, you and us, the two girls, are going to sit there and drink. It's going to be like, isn't this how rape videos start?
That's how porn starts.
Yeah,
what?
Same thing, but worse. Patch is in the presentation audio and comment all over it. Oh, Patch in the presentation audio and comment about. Maybe I can. I'll see. But the problem is that if you want to watch it, we'll figure something out. But we're definitely going to do it on Spreaker. I don't want to really do it on Ustream because that may make everybody move over there. And honestly, Spreaker's been so awesome to us. I'm all about supporting
and it's
them.
audio. You don't need
It's not May 21st. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
it
going to be
is.
at the E3 thing, not May 21st. Oh, yeah, lucky him. I got an invitation on Michael Pachter's party. his soiree at E3. Of course, I'm not going E3 because I've got an invitation to E3 because E3 are assholes.
Yeah.
One of these days, they're going to realize they made a horrible mistake. Well, I mean, already they are. They're seeing PAX grow internationally in leaps and bounds, and E3 becoming less and less relevant.
Yeah, I think they're for very different purposes now.
Yeah.
E3 is like all is business stuff, and PAX is
those are the
consumer
investors.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
that's the way they like it.
E3 is for like USA Today.
Right. For people that aren't relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. So, all right. Don't forget to pick up Sanctum 2. It's coming out later this week. May, 17th? 17th. 10 days from now, Sanctum 2.
Yep.
We're going to be playing that like crazy.
And Monaco on the 10th.
Monaco
2
on the
days from
10th.
now.
Yeah, I'll be playing that, definitely, for the Xbox. Monaco's out on the PC, but Nick just did a full review of it on the regular show and freaking loves it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be picking it up, and I'm going to make Goalie pick it up.
What am I picking up?
Everything.
I'm not picking up anything of yours.
Black's Voice calling May 21st show The Drunk Hounds with Holy Hell. Edie and Kelly. All right. I gotta go.
No, actually, Kelly said a good idea. We should have like a bad movie and do it on Spreaker. We should all like queue up a movie.
Oh,
that'd be cool.
Kind of like the old Netflix hangout. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of
Or some type of like Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing.
Oh yeah.
The problem is in Mystery, you don't know how much work went into Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Well, yeah, they had a script. They weren't just riffing
No, they definitely.
random. And that's why they're so funny.
Right. But I have to say, the night that we watched Postal, what I remember of it was pretty hilarious. that was because Postal was just so perfect for that. It wrote itself.
What we need to do is we need to watch Thanksgiving 3.
No,
Thanksgiving 2.
No, I refuse to watch that. AC Ray says, Goalie, remember to get an Orokin reactor that doubles frame mod capacity. It's a long alert. I can get you to the mission zone if you need it, but I can't trigger the alert itself because I already did it.
Yeah, I think he's talking about Warframe on Steam.
Oh, okay.
I just don't. I mean, I just run around and shoot stuff. I haven't figured out what to do beyond that. If there's a point to the game, if there's other things you can do, but I just follow everybody the best I can and run around and shoot. So.
And Kelly has the best comment of the day. Her comment: "Your ass." That was her entire comment.
She's into bushes and ass. What's up with that?
She's been drinking again.
I know she drinks so much. I wanted to say something about that.
Unemployed girls. What else we got to do?
It's not my place, but I think she's got a problem.
Guys drinking fart, girls drinking text. That's what we do. All right, we gotta go. You gotta go to work, Nick.
That's right. I probably should.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to China Jade. I might pop open a Spreaker at China Jade.
Okay, you can do that. I'm gonna I'm gonna hit Xbox. I know technically this is not work, but I feel always so exhausted after this. What am I going to play? I'm going to try not to play whatchamacallit? Mass Effect 3.
What else do you have to play?
Borderlands. That's about it. Could do BioShock Infinite again. I still have Brotherhood I have yet to play.
What do you think?
That's the best one.
It was one thing I forgot to ask you guys. What do you think the DLC is going to be for BioShock Infinite? Where can they go?
I don't have a goddamn clue.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I got the code for it.
You get to play the whole game over again, but from the point of view of Comstock.
I would love to play as the bird.
Oh,
Blackbird?
No, the
Songbird.
Yeah. Go around like hunting Booker.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Or to play the Lutesses and go in and out of time and get even more confused.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I just want to row that boat to the island.
DLC's title is You're Not Fucked Up Enough Yet.
Oh, Kelly says you could be the baby. That'd be interesting. You could play the chick.
Yeah, I would like that.
I don't know. They're going to have to, and this is one of the things I hate about DLC on games that have a final ending where someone dies, is that they have to go back in the story and add stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It'll
I don't
probably
like this.
be. It'll probably be a side story relating to the Revolution, the Vox. Yeah, see, Vox, Blacksphere got it. You probably play as like the Vox against Comstock's forces.
Yeah, maybe.
Something that doesn't actually relate to Booker Elizabeth.
Right. But
you know
then,
what? You know what's going to be? I just Googled it. It's going to be a zombie outbreak. In this
no, no.
But these are not your ordinary zombies. They are zombies from the past. They are Nazi zombies from World War II that come through one of the tears.
That would be from the future.
No, wait, but those would be
zombies from the future.
futuristic Zombies.
Oh, it'd be from the future. Oh, fuck, I'm all fucked up. Holy shit, I forgot it. 1912. Oh, my head. Oh, my head. Oh, it hurts so bad. I'm crying. 100 minutes of podcast and they'll do the holy shit. They're right. They would be from the future. Oh, zombies in BioShock. Oh.
Blacksphere Void says, "Come play Minecraft." No, I can't do that, dude. That's the game that is the most frustrating because you spend so much time in there, and when you're done, all you are is just exactly what you feel like your life has been ripped out of you, like someone has reached in and pulled your soul out because it takes so much time and it doesn't do anything. Kelly asks if we have Injustice. No, I don't have Injustice.
No.
What is Injustice?
The superhero fighting game.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go play. You know what? I'm gonna try to take out. I'm gonna try to take out the disc for Mass Effect and put in Borderlands 2. I need to step away from this. I'll probably play one game, just one game, because I got something really awesome at the end of the night last night.
I'm just gonna watch 5 minutes of porn. That's it. And then I'm turning it off. Just gonna watch the guy come in and fix the TV, and then I'm, you know.
I'm just gonna watch him deliver the pizza. That's it. That's all.
That's it. Yeah. When he puts the pizza down and comes in the house, I'm turning it off. I
just want to end on a cliffhanger for when I get back home.
Cliffhanger. Dun dun dun! They cut away the commercial. I want to take a look at your new bar. What?
What's gonna happen?
Talking about bar rescue.
You know, we only really get funny at 100 minutes. I just realized that. That's what we get hilarious is at 100 minutes because we've had 17 minutes of comedy gold and 100 minutes of who was in this movie? What's that guy with the hat? He's always in the shitty movies.
55 minutes of searching for a guy in a hat. Only to find out zombies are from the future.
And I'm bitching about Minecraft stealing time from my soul.
I know. We're talking about don't watch these movies. You don't want to waste your time watching these movies.
No, but listen to 2 hours of this fucking podcast.
Oh.
All right. So from now on, we talk to each other for 100 minutes, and then we turn on the recorder.
Even Nick was funny. Notice how his internet hasn't gone out once. Last week he did that on purpose.
All right.
Kelly says she likes to watch pornos in reverse.
God, oh, God, oh, God, oh.
Oh, look, it's a vacuum cleaner. Oh, your face is so clean.
A vacuum cleaner.
Oh, man.
God. Oh, there's something about that 100-minute mark that just, and all of it, that's why all of our funny stuff used to be at the end of the show.
Oh, what you should see when we do the Radcast and we broadcast the hockey games. When we get to 10:30 at night, forget it. Forget it. We had a guy playing on one of the New Jersey teams, and his name was Vinny Bird. And Vinny Bird got a penalty. He is a dirty bird. Yeah, that bird is going to the cage for 2 minutes. Better put some newspapers down the penalty box. Oh, we just didn't stop with the bird jokes. Oh, that's one angry bird.
Jason Webb says, and to keep the zombies away, you have to siphon the juice up from the chick's back.
That's gross. That's
Jeffrey
gross.
White
Jason.
says, take it out. Take it out.
Oh.
That's what the DLC is gonna be.
That's what the DLC is.
It's going to be porno.
Porno backwards. That way
Yeah.
it's clean. It's clean when it's backwards.
Oh.
It's time travel, so of course it's backwards.
Yeah. I'm sweating. I don't know about you guys. I'm sweating.
Oh, man. I have laughed that hard in a long time. I want to stay talking because I'm laughing so hard, having such a good time, but it's like I feel like we just hit 2 hours and 30 seconds. Sorry.
Oh, man.
All right. So let's leave on a high note. Let's go play our games. That's what happens when you fall into a river with Paku.
Oh.
All right. Guys, thank you for so much for joining us on this show. God, I'm having a hard time just not.
I know it was. It just,
All
What
right.
is, my ears are hot from the headphones. That's what it is. My ears are.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. We
Yeah.
need to get you in all ear warmers for the future shows so we can do this 15 minutes into the show instead of 120.
Black spirit foot. Oh, you poor girl. Let me. That's a nice
Oh, you
dress. Let
poor
me fix
girl,
it
let
for
me
you.
help you get dressed.
Oh, look, you're naked. Let me put some clothes on you. Oh,
Ding dong.
man.
Hello, I'm here to pick up your pizza.
I can get back to work.
Pool boy here to put stuff in your pool.
Oh, man.
Okay, you're officially scaring Kelly's dog, so it's time to move on. Guys, thanks so much.
Meow. I'm a helpless cat. Meow. My paw hurts. I'm stuck here. Meow. I hope there's no dogs around. Meow.
Jesus Christ, Kelly, you have really gone off the fucking deep end. We have hit a new low. We're now talking dogs.
Well, I'm thinking Storm's probably
No,
looking
we're
for the
talking
cat right now.
cats.
I know, we're talking to the dog. For fuck's sake, we're doing a podcast for dogs? We have hit a new fucking low.
Hey, we're game hounds.
CJ barks at dogs. If there's a dog on TV, CJ goes nuts.
Really?
Man. Oh, Jeepers, yeah.
Oh yeah, so does Milo.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dogs
Yeah.
recognize other dogs on TV? Mine doesn't. Actually, mine looked up once and saw, I think it was a bear on the television, and immediately was, what the fuck is that all about? And we just rolled it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth just to make her freak out a little. And then finally she's like, meh. And that was the only time. That is a thought, actually, Kel. That's a great thought, is that this is your official dog podcast, a podcast for dogs. Now, put your dogs near the screen, and we're going to talk dog to them. Roar, 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 roar. Meow. People will
What kind of animal is that?
It's a game hound.
No.
Do you know what sound the game hounds make?
Nice. Yes.
All right.
All right, seriously, no.
Seriously. No, seriously, dude. Seriously.
I learned something today.
No, seriously, dude.
Oh.
All right, so that's the end of the end of episode 4, crappy endings. Thanks so much for listening. Don't forget, no show next week, but the next time you'll hear from us is on May 21st, which is Tuesday, noon, 10 a.m. Pacific time here, Tuesday, May 21st, we will be
When you
doing
going, Neil?
something for the thing. I'm leaving Sunday, I think. And
So
we
the
have a
12th?
concert on the 14th in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, okay.
Then we coming back on Wednesday.
If we could do a drunken Spreaker cast this weekend. What?
Probably not.
Saturday night?
Saturday? Well, no, because Saturday night I'm going to be going to bed early because I have to be up so we can take the first flight out on Sunday morning. Or we might even be traveling on Saturday, depending on how much Kevin gets done. He has to get some episodes of Clone Wars done he was sick, so he had to take like a week off. So he's now far behind, and he's got to get these Clone Wars episodes out. Yeah, so that's what he's doing right now. Is I've got the sound of flamethrowers and stuff like that, or not flamethrowers.
Lightsabers.
Lightsabers. Thank you. Lightsaber hits going on in the background, and footsteps. Tick 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 tick.
This job's easy.
He does it from the house? What's up with that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can
Okay.
do it from the house. Well, I mean,
All right.
not always. I mean, not always, but under the circumstances, they're short of space, so he's able to do it from the house. They just move the hard drives back and forth. So, all right. You guys, see you
Thank you.
next week. Okay, you guys. No, seriously. Seriously. Seriously.
All right.
Seriously.
All right.
Seriously.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All right.
Really?
All right.
No,
That
really.
was fun.
No, seriously.
Are you serious?
Totally. Seriously.
Really?
No.
What?
Yes, seriously.
Serious?
All
Really?
right, talking about Games of Thrones, I gotta go take a dump.
On that note, see you later. Wait, where's the off button?